Moryles not known for power. 8 KOs in his 19 wins. Moryles in the red trunks. Jorge Lenares, 3-division world champion, wearing the black. And Sergio, what is it about Moryles that makes you think he can possibly win this fight?
I've trained with Moryles in Alhambra, California. I've seen how crafty he is. I've seen how hard he works. He has that work ethic, that work ethic you want from a fighter. And the fact that he's been in there with champions like Ronel Alvarado, he's been in there with Ryan Garcia, Alberto Machado. These are tough fighters that have been to the top. And he's never been stopped. He's always given his all, and always in a competitive fight to the distance.
Chris, you're not as optimistic about Moryles' chances.
I think he's a good fighter. I'm just a big believer that the jump to 140 was just too much for Lenares. And Pablo Cesar Cano coming into that fight, I thought was grossly underestimated. And I said so prior to the fight starting. I mean, Cano is a tough guy who is a big puncher. And I thought he just overwhelmed Lenares. I still think the Lenares that exists today is closer to the guy that gave Vasily Lomachenko the fight of his life.
There are many that feel Lomachenko's next fight could be the fight of his life against Teofimo Lopez.
Another terrific fight. Prospect against established champion.
Moryles lives here in Los Angeles. In fact, he has a part-time job, works at the Rock and Egg Cafe, which is decorated with pictures of him and memorabilia of his career. Said he doesn't pay his bills. You don't make big money until you win a world championship in boxing. Or you win the contender like Sergio did.
Right there, they're almost clashed heads, and that's something that both these guys need to watch out for, because they've consistently been cut. Oh, there we go. Cut on Lenares already.
Watch your heads, right?
Both these fighters have been cut several times in their career. There's a lot of scar tissue there on both of them.
Let's bring in Steve Smoger. Steve, what's the ruling in California if the cut becomes too dangerous to continue?
All right, accidental headbutt. This fight is under the unified rules. If it should be stopped, it must go 4, and they'll go to the cards after the completion of the 4th round.
Nice body shot right there by Moryles. Anytime a fighter sees blood, it's confidence, especially this early in the 1st round. So that should give some added momentum and boost to Carlos Moryles, whether he won this round or not. And here we're going to see the accidental headbutt, and it happens all the time with these two fighters. They just have that scar tissue, and it just takes a little headbutt just like that at the right time for the blood to start flowing.
Well, you promised us there would be blood, Sergio, so congratulations on that prediction.
I didn't say there was going to be blood by punches. I just said blood because both these guys cut.
I'm almost surprised it was Lenares first. I mean, you look at recent fights from Moryles, he's constantly cut.
Bridge of the nose, the eyes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, it's only been 1 round. Give him some time to get cut. Jeez.
Give him some time to bleed.
Yeah.
You know, one strategy you might observe is Lenares just took a big
uppercut. Look at Moryles here. And by the way, our referee Thomas Taylor, we ran into him earlier tonight, Sergio, and we asked him, hey, make sure you have an apron because you might get bloody in this fight. He said, oh, I know, I'm prepared. We've got some good action here in the 2nd round.
You know, one of the ways that Moryles has been beat in recent fights has been overwhelmed by fighters that throw at a high rate. Ronel Alvarado did it. Marcelo Gesta did it. Alberto Machado did it with power punches. So you'd like to see an aggressive Lenares in a fight like this.
Good uppercut from Lenares. Moryles does have a slight 1-inch reach advantage. Not sure if that's much of an advantage at all.
When it comes to a fast fighter like Lenares, usually that reach and height advantage is not going to be enough. But timing, that's what Moryles is also really good at.
Moryles has 4 losses, but come to pretty top-tier competition. He lost a decision to now WBA super featherweight champion Rene Alvarado. Of course, lost to Ryan Garcia. Took future world champion Alberto Machado the distance before dropping a unanimous decision back in 2017. So he can hang with these top guys, but can he beat them?
That's the question right here. Is Carlos Moryles just a gatekeeper, a type of fighter that gives champions a run for their money? Because it's make or break for Moryles in this fight.
Well, he closed strong against Ryan Garcia. Part of that was Garcia's fault for gassing out a little bit. But we know he has stamina.
And that's a big question with Lenares coming into this as he comes back to 135 pounds. Now, he says he feels better than ever. He returned to his roots. Remember, he is Venezuelan born, but Japanese bred. And going back to Japan to train, to work with the same dietitians he's been used to. He said that's helped him make it healthy at 135 pounds. But again, fighters pay a lot of lip service to this stuff, and sometimes it's not really true.
All right, man, explain dirty. I like it.
Round 3 scheduled for 12. First 2 rounds have been pretty close. On the line, at least for Jorge Lenares, appears to be a fight at Staples Center with Ryan Garcia, at least according to Oscar De La Hoya.
Lenares doing a really good job this round, closing the distance already, banging away at the body. He has really fast hands, I'm telling you. Once he gets those hands going, beautiful combinations come out of him.
Who'd you have winning those first 2 rounds, Chris?
I split the first 2 rounds. The first round, razor thin, could have gone either way. I thought Lenares a little better, a little sharper in that second round.
Counter left for Lenares. Who appears to have the speed advantage in there?
Oh, Lenares by far, he has the faster hands, but the timing is making it a little bit difficult. See, timing beats speed most of the time. See that? Good combination there by Moryles. Investing a right hand to the body of Lenares.
Look at the physique of Jorge Lenares at the age of 34. Even his back is completely shredded. Not an ounce of fat on this guy. Left hand right to the ear of Moryles.
A very muscular body frame by Lenares, and he said this is exactly the weight that he belongs at, 135. Going back to Japan, it also helped with the Japanese diet and the way he trained with the nutritionist. That's the reason he's so muscular and fit at this age.
Lenares has fought 24 times in Japan, which is 9,000 miles away from his home in Venezuela, or his original home.
Just really a compelling story. I mean, moved to Japan from Venezuela at 17, effectively for opportunity. He wound up working with Mr. Honda up there, the famed promoter in Japan. Got some opportunities, but immersed himself. Showed great mental toughness as a young kid. Didn't know the language to really settle himself into a new country.
Good right hand
on the inside. That might have been a knockdown.
That hurt Moryles. It was a shot right hand.
And he may be motioning at his shoulder being hurt, but he is down. The count is at 6.
Hey, Carlos, look at me. Come here. Okay?
That was a short right hand by Lenares. Beautifully timed.
Listen for a bell, gentlemen.
So a 10-8 round to Jorge Lenares.
That's when you know it was a good shot. If you don't know the shot that puts you down, those are the ones that hurt you the most.
Dan, real time, Sergio, I thought it was a body shot. I thought that left hand came around and clipped him, but it was that short right hand that was extremely powerful.
No, you guys missed it, but I caught that. That's a beautiful short punch right there.
Hey, I didn't miss it. Don't lump me in there with Mannix.
Joe Louis was a master at that short.
As we start the 3rd round here. Excuse me, the 4th round here.
Lenares was able to put Moryles down with that short right hand, but he also put down pound for pound great fighter Lomachenko with that same right hand. It's quick, it's fast, and it's right on the money.
28 knockouts and 46 wins for the Golden Boy.
That was a thudding left hand that buckled the legs of Morales there, too.
I think we'll set up those shots upstairs where there we go, the jabs downstairs. I'm about to say, he was landing some good stabbing jabs to Morales that made him force him to bring his elbows down. Do not forget that stabbing jab and go down to the body, especially when you have Morales against the ropes. There it is again. Jab upstairs and then that same short right hand upstairs.
Sergio Morales is really leaning in when he's throwing these shots, which leaves him wide open to that same kind of short hook.
Body language not that great for Morales.
Mark, got a cut above the bridge of the nose.
And Lenares exuding body language, coming forward, being the aggressor, looking for the opening, not wasting shots, not getting reckless, looking for the right shot to put down Morales again.
That was just the third time Morales had ever been knocked down in a professional fight. He's never been knocked out.
There it is again.